Dennis Donnelly playing that Celtic harp on this day. Welcome to everybody here on Facebook. Welcome everyone into the Daily Antidote of Song, sponsored by Carpe Diem Arts. Thank you, Katie, for the tech, and Joe Rossi. So good to have you back here this week. We're celebrating throughout March Women's History Month and also Disability Awareness Month, and celebrating Irish American history, and especially today, as you know, it's St. Patrick's Day, which on one hand is absolutely a day to celebrate, and of course we're all feeling the weight of the world in our hearts and on our shoulders, but we want to welcome you in the spirit of this day. Go ahead. It's so wonderful to be here with the Antidote of Song. Welcome to the room, you're so beautiful here. Thank you, Katie, for the tech, you really rock it. Thank you to Joe, you are our mother here. It's so great to see you, Arlene, all the way from Berkeley. Hello to Sherry in New Hampshire. Oh, Carolyn Quant, it was great to see you last night. Hello, Anna Morse. Hello, Deli and Bonnie and Iona. Hello, Becky Kane in BC too. Hello, Jenny Suffolk all the way in the UK. Hello, Christiana. Hello, Bob. And it's day 711. Hello, Phoebe. Hello, Mabel and the Bears. Hello, Bob. Hello, Sheila too. Hello, Gary Pausner. Hello, Carolyn. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday you. Hello, Jean in Pittsburgh. Hello, Trish and Phil. They are also in Victoria, BC. I need to reorient because I just changed screens. Let me go back and so... Oh, I didn't miss anyone. Hello, Storm. It's good to see you. Hello, Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello, Annette. Hello, Brian. Hello, Cricket and Sarah and Susan G. Hello, Lynn and Cliff all the way in Vermont. Hello, Francis in Victoria, BC. It's so good to see you, Kevin Ennis, 7-Eleven. Hello, Kathy in Virginia. Hello to Ruth in Birmingham. Hello, Nancy, with your gorgeous Irish cow. Hello, all the curly tops, we see you there. I'm kind of feeling like one today myself right here. Hello, Fred. Hello, Jim in New York. Now it bounced and I cannot find my place. Where on earth am I? Oh, there is Fred. Hello, Ralph and Penny in Victoria, BC. Hello, Pat Neal and Dan Walker in Vienna. Hello, Deborah and Jamie Dundas. Hello, Stephen. Oh, that's Stephanie. Hello, Kathy and Juana and LMG. Thank you for your playing. Hello, that person on your iPad. Hello, Robert Delaney and Jim in New York City. Aloysius is here with the camera off. Hello, Steve and Bronwyn and Sid Varley. Hello, Ray Rassi and Jane G. Joni and Adrian and Kate and Loriana, Shelley and Robert. Linda too. I'm changing screens, gotta get reoriented. Hello.
Anyone can name more than one song that goes by this tune, put it in the chat.
There we go. Hello, Shelley and Robert and Linda and Cat Cox. To see, and it bounced again. I believe that's everyone who is here this morning. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. And what a gorgeous day it is when you really just settle in to think about the privilege we have to breathe and gather here like this and make music together and sing and support each other in community. And it is our honor and pleasure to reintroduce a good friend of the Daily Antidote of Song and a good friend of ours, Denis Donnelly.
Hey, Dennis.
Great to have you here. And tell us about the instrument you were serenading us with as we came into the room. But be sure to unmute first.
Could you hear my playing? When I played a minute ago? Oh, you could. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Yeah, that's an Irish harp. It's an Irish harp. This one was actually made for me specifically on Salt Spring Island, BC. by a harp maker. It's a 36-string Irish harp, and yeah, I've been playing harp for many, many years, and I love it. I love it. I mainly play accompanying people, but sometimes I have solos that I play too. That was a little piece that I was playing by the Irish composer Turlough O'Carolan, Irish harper from the early 18th century, kind of a contemporary of Bach at that time period, and he was the most famous of the ancient Irish harpers who played in those old traditions. A little tune called Fanny Power, tune for the daughter of one of his patrons.
Lovely. Thank you, Dennis. So why don't we jump into a song? We got a few things to do here today, but I know you've got a rousing Irish song for us that we're going to have to be ready for to sing along with it.
Yeah, and you know, we don't want to ignore what's going on in the world, but sometimes we just need to have a little bit of fun and get warmed up in the morning or in the afternoon for some of you. This is a song which I'm going to teach you the chorus of. It's called The Rocky Road to Dublin, and this is about a fella, Paddy. Paddy is our man, and he's in the west of Ireland, and this is sometime probably in the 18th century. And he wants to go to Liverpool because he can't find work. And it's all about his adventures as he walks across Ireland on the Rocky Road to Dublin, goes east, gets to Dublin, gets on a ship, and then goes to Liverpool to find some work. Liverpool, of course, at the time had the largest Irish population outside of Ireland itself. And many people went there to work because it was the Industrial Revolution and lots of jobs. Not very good jobs, but jobs nonetheless. So here's a little thing you have to learn. The chorus is that you get to sing, and it goes by quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. I see people going, what? There it is. It's on the chat down the bottom there. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. You've got to say Dublin too to make it work. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. So there's a little tune that goes with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Or whack follol, right follol. I sing either one depending on how the mood hits me. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. All right. Well, in the merry month of June, from me home I started, left the girls of Tuam. Tuam, by the way, is Tuam, a little town in County Galway. You'll also hear him going through Mullingar, which is a few miles to the east. Well, in the merry month of June, from me home I started, left the girls of Tuam, nearly broken-hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smother, then off to reap the corn, me for I was gone, with the stout black thorn to banish ghosts and goblins, a ban new pair of brogues, frightening all the dogs, frightening all the dogs, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Well, in Mullingar that night, rested bones so weary, started by daylight, my spirits bright and cheery, took a drop of the pure to keep me heart from sinking, that's the Paddy's cure, whenever he's gone from drinking, to see the lassie smile, laughing all the while, at me curious style, would set your heart a bubbling, asked if I was hired, wages I required, till I was nearly tired of the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Well, in Dublin I arrived, arrived. Thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. Then I took a small stroll all among the quality, bundle on me pole, all in the neat locality. Something crossed me mind when I looked behind, no bundle could I find. Upon my stick a wobbling, inquiring for the rogue, found me Connaught brogue, wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a fare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Well, from there I got away, my spirits never failing, and as on the quay, just as the ship was sailing, the captain at me roared, said that no room had he, but I jumped aboard and a cabin found for Paddy. Down among the pigs, played some tourney rigs, danced some hearty jigs, the water round me bubbling. When I felt my head, thought myself was dead, or better far instead, on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Well, the boys of Liverpool, when I safely landed, called meself a fool. I could no longer stand it, blood began to boil, temper I was losing, poor old Erin's isle they began abusing. Hurrah, me boys, said I, shillelagh I let fly, Galway boys were nigh, and saw I was a hobbling with the loud hooray. Joining in the affray, we quickly cleared the way on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, another way to Dublin, right follol. Hey!
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Oh,
I must show you something.
aha.
Oh, I know what he's
I
got.
know. Props. You see, we spend Monday evenings at Dennis's and Lynn's place, leading the Getting Higher Choir and Wavelengths Choir, and we saw this in the corner.
Tell us about it.
This is the Donnelly family. I don't know how far back it goes, a couple of centuries probably. It's a shillelagh. It's a good. It'd be good in a fight, wouldn't it? If you got into trouble somewhere. Yeah,
Goodness.
that's a shillelagh, an authentic Irish shillelagh.
There you go. Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, there's this phrase which, anyway, it just seems so contradictory to hear, but it's something to the effect of Ireland being the land of happy wars and sad love songs.
Is that it,
Yeah.
Dennis? Are we close?
That's how I've heard it, but I know it. How have you heard it, or do you have something to expand on some of them?
Yeah, it's true, and many Irish left their home to be mercenaries, to be fighters all over the world, and they were very renowned for this. And there's lots of tragic stories of Irish going away to fight, and of course the Irish have a tragic history in their own land because they were taken over by the English and had many wars going on for years until the English really did take over in 1609, the Battle of the Boyne, and that was the start of their tragic history up to now. And I think that they're getting past that now. Hopefully, those troubles are over now. But they've had their share of that kind of thing. I noticed that there was a YouTube video put out by the Irish State for St. Paddy's Day. Apparently they do one every year. And this one is in recognition of the Ukraine, and it goes back and it tells the story. It's just about 2 minutes long or 3 minutes long, but it just quickly refers to the story of the Irish finding their independence, and it's meant to inspire the Ukrainian people to continue the fight for their own independence. I thought it was lovely to be able to do that. But of course, wars come with a cost. There's this little song, Mrs. McGrath, which talks about which has a little jolly kind of a melody and a refrain, but it's a sad song. I'll sing a couple of verses. Oh, Mrs. McGrath, the sergeant said, would you like to make a soldier out of your son Ted, with a scarlet coat and a big cocked hat? Oh, Mrs. McGrath, wouldn't you like that? To me to-rum da, fall-a-diddle da, whack fall daddy with me to-rum da, with me to-rum da, fall-a-diddle da, whack fall daddy with me to-rum da. And then later on in the song, the mother is looking out over the sea. Oh, Captain dear, where have you been? Have you sailing long on the Mediterranean? Have you any news of my son Ted? Is the poor boy living or is he dead? With me to rum da, fall diddle da, whack fall daddy with me to rum da. Then up came Ted without any legs, and in their place 2 wooden pegs. She kissed him a dozen times or 2, and she said, "My God, Ted, is it you? With me to rum da, fall a diddle da, whack fall daddy with me to rum da." No, I wasn't drunk and I wasn't blind when I left my 2 fine legs behind. A cannonball on the 5th of May tore my 2 fine legs away. With me to rum da, fall a diddle da, whack fall diddy with me to rum da, with me to rum da, fall a diddle da, whack fall diddy with me to rum da. I know a lot of us have been having a lot of trouble with what's going on in Eastern Europe right now, and it's just so tragic, and so many are being killed and maimed in that conflict, and so it's hard to get your head around it, but it's going on, and hopefully the ceasefire is coming soon. Anyway, the Irish have had their share of that kind of thing over the centuries for sure.
Tell us a little. I know you've traveled to Ireland more than once.
Many times.
And tell us a little about the music there, and about the song you wrote about your travels.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. I remember I was there for when I went there for the first time. This is a number of years ago now, and I found myself walking in central Connemara with another a group of people, and also led by the wonderful, too soon departed from us, poet, philosopher, and wild man John O'Donoghue, and he was leading us, and we were walking up to this ancient pilgrimage site called Makem in the Mamturk Mountains in Connemara, and on one point on the walk, we were with this beautiful little spring coming down from the mountain, and we just stopped there, and he said, "Oh, everybody just stop now and hold your arms out wide," he said. "Just hold your arms out. And I want you to feel the warm Irish wind blow all the darkness out of you. Just let it blow all the darkness out of you." And I still remember that moment. And I've got a little rock here that I brought back to remind me of that moment, from that place. And yeah, it's wonderful. Donnelly is an Irish name, of course, and there are millions of Donnellys in Ireland, and so I have our ancestral roots there, and more than ancestral roots. I remember when I first landed in Shannon Airport, I was just so moved by being there. I got to a little patch of grass and knelt down and kissed the grass. And I thought the people around must have thought I was nuts, but just what I wanted to do. Yeah, it's got a draw on me for sure.
So that description of that day in when you were with John O'Donoghue, that's what inspired the writing of your song, which I think we have a link we can post into the chat.
Yes. In the chat, there's a version of it that I converted to a choral piece with accompaniment, and people can look at that in the chat. It's called "The Hills of Galway," and it's about my experience of going back to my roots in Connemara. Connemara, the district of Connemara, is in the county of Galway, so that's why it's called "The Hills of Galway."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a memorable concert when the Getting Higher Choir was sort of saying goodbye to Denis and Siobhan. And we had 2 seasons where we worked together with Denis to lead the group before we took it on. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. Have we got another song for us, Denis?
I have. I thought we would sing this song. It's a traditional song of that's been used many years by folk clubs all over the world as a parting song. The original song that it's taken from was actually a Scottish song called The Braes of Balquidder. But Francis McPeak, who was a singer, a traditional singer in Ireland in the 1960s and had a famous family called Family McPeak who put out some albums of traditional music, adapted it and called it Wild Mountain Time. And it's got a lovely chorus, which I hope we can sing together, those of you singing. Will ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Time. All around the bloomin' heather, will ye go, lassie, go. Oh, the summertime is comin', and the trees are sweetly bloomin', and the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will gather all the flowers of the mountain. Will ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? If my true love she won't go, I will surely find another to pull wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will roam the valleys wide and the wild hills all over, till at last I'll return for the life of the rover. Will ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will ye go, lassie, go?
Thank you, Dennis.
And we had a request in the chat. Does anyone know of a good SATB arrangement of that? Dennis?
We know somebody who could create one if there isn't one already.
There is one already, and yeah, I have arranged it for SATB Choir.
Can I put your email address in the chat?
Please do. If somebody wants a version of that for their choir, I'd be happy to share it.
And would it be fair also to say that, I mean, although you are a fabulous collaborator, you are sometimes referred to as the lone arranger, and that if people have something that they would really love to be arranged for a community choir, I certainly know you've received those requests in the past. Is that something, now that I've said it out loud in the world, are you still open to requests from hither, thither, and yon?
I am.
Fantastic.
There
Yeah,
we
well, we
go.
can speak from personal experience that Denis does create absolutely gorgeous arrangements.
Yeah.
And you can find many of them probably, well, certainly on the Getting Higher Choir YouTube channel, and probably if you noodle around the Wavelengths Community Choir, which is another choir that Denis has directed. And are there things findable by soundings online? And also, wait a second, you have other recordings, do you not? That I think people may. very
Yeah,
well
not
be-
so much Irish though. I do have this recording though that with my colleague Lanny Pillay, with whom I will be rehearsing later on today, actually.
Oh yeah.
And that's available, and people, if want to get a copy of that, they can email me.
Yeah, that's a Riverside hearth, and that beautiful stone hearth is actually in Denis's living room.
About 20 feet behind him there.
Yeah, and if any of you attended the online concert in January, the song that we performed with Denis and with the entire choir by Scott Cook, Pass It Along, that hearth is also right there. It's wonderful to be, it just feels like we're gathering around this warm hearth together with each other from wherever we are in each other's homes.
And a special day to recognize, yes, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's also Carolyn's birthday.
Carolyn Wolf's birthday.
Hello, Carolyn. Thank you for being with us in our communities. She's been dropping in with us lately and singing with the Getting Higher Choir, in fact.
Speaking of peace and the things going on in Ukraine, and speaking of John O'Donohue wrote a whole book of blessings, and he has one for peace. And I wonder if that would be a good way to end today.
That would be lovely, Denis.
Gorgeous.
So this is John O'Donohue, A Blessing for Peace. And I'm going to change it slightly. I'm going to put it in the second person, so we're actually addressing the people in the Ukraine right now. Blessing for Peace, John O'Donohue. As the fever of day calms toward night, may all that is strained in you come to ease. We pray for all of you who suffered violence today. May an unexpected serenity surprise you. For you who risk your lives each day for peace, may your hearts glimpse providence at the heart of history. That those who make riches from violence and war might hear in their dreams the cries of the lost. That we might see through the fear of each other a new vision to heal our fatal attraction to aggression. That those who enjoy the privilege of peace, and I think that's many of us in the room, maybe most of us in the room today, that we who enjoy the privilege of peace might not forget our tormented brothers and sisters, that we who enjoy the privilege of peace might not forget our tormented brothers and sisters, that the wolf might lie down with the lamb, that the swords get beaten into plowshares, and no hurt or harm be done anywhere along the holy mountain, and no hurt or harm be done anywhere along the holy mountain.
Thank you, Denis. And thank you, John O'Donohue. What a beautiful way to wrap up our time together here. And we'll say thank you to people who have joined us through Facebook. And do remember that this happens every day at this time for some uplifting, for some community connecting, and for some soul-nourishing singing.